Hello guys, so we are going to continue the discussion with respect to Flask. Till now we have seen so many amazing topics in Flask framework, and in this video we are going to discuss about put and delete, which is again an HTTP verb. We have already seen the differences between get and post. Now we'll be seeing what exactly is put and delete HTTP verbs, and along with that we'll also be working with APIs. Okay, so both this topic we will be discussing over here. Step by step we will go ahead and write down the code. So initially let's go ahead and start. This time when we say we are going to work with APIs, that basically means we'll be working with JSON, and then we'll also be using HTTP verbs. So these are like put and delete, right? Get and post is also there. So all together we'll create one amazing end-to-end project, which is a Flask application altogether. So first of all, what I am actually going to develop, okay? We'll do one thing, we'll try to create a to-do list kind of thing in our Flask framework, and we should be able to add any number of tasks in that. After completing the task, we should be able to remove it. And again, if we really want to update the task, we should be able to do that. Okay. So first of all, as usual, we will go ahead and create my app. So here you'll be able to see that I will be creating my app. Now this particular app will be, again, here I'm importing Flask, JSONify and request. Okay. So here is my app. Okay. Along with this, the basic skeleton that I really need to create is that, again, start my entry program if name underscore name is equal to underscore main. Okay. Now, as I said, I'm going to probably create a to-do list. So here you'll be able to see some of my initial data in my to-do list. Okay. Initial data in my to-do list. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and create one key value pairs. Again, this particular data usually comes from MongoDB. It can come from any other databases, NoSQL databases. Again, here you can see that this items that you see, it is completely in the form of dictionary, which is also like you can convert this into JSON also. Okay. So here I have information in my items. Let's say I'm mentioning with ID is equal to 1, name is equal to item 1, description, this is item 1. Then ID is equal to 2, name is equal to item 2, and description is, this is item 2. So these are my initial data in my list, and let's say I have to go and do this. So I will now go ahead and write my app.route. Now once I go ahead and write my app.route, I will go to my home page. Here I will just go ahead and write definition home. Okay. And finally we are going to return, let's say, a message, welcome to the sample to-do list app. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and write this as my home page. Okay. Now I will go ahead and by default, this will be a get method. Now what I'm actually going to do over here is that I'll go ahead and write my another route. So for this, it will be get, and here we are just going to retrieve all the items. Okay. So here I will go ahead and write app.route, and here /items. Okay. So let's say in this, if I want to get the list of all the items from this particular to-do list, so I'll just go ahead and use this /items, and here the methods that I'm actually going to use is nothing but get. Okay. So here you will be able to see comma methods is equal to nothing but get. Okay. So this is my get method. I will go ahead and write my definition get. Okay. Now I will just go ahead and write my definition get underscore items. Now here what I'm actually going to do, in order to check out all the items, so inside this particular list we will try to return in the form of JSON, right? So I'll just go ahead and write return JSONify of items, right? So this will basically return all the elements in the form of JSON. Okay. Now the next step what we are specifically going to do is that let's say I want to probably do a get based on some ID. Okay. So retrieve a specific item by ID. Okay. So we are also going to implement this. So here I'm going to write app.route, and with respect to this, I will be having /items / here I'll be using the variable load. Let's say I'll go ahead and use int, and here I will be giving my item underscore ID, right? So this ID will try to match with. So this will be my, again, a get method. So I will go ahead and write get methods over here. So let's go ahead and write this. So this finally becomes a get method. And then with respect to this particular get method, what we are going to do is that we are just going to get this particular item. So let's go ahead and write get item with respect to my item underscore ID. Okay. So this is done. Now the next step, what I am actually going to do is that again use item is equal to. Now my main thing is that from this particular entire list of dictionaries, I need to compare which item ID I've actually given over here, and I should be able to retrieve that particular element. So for that, I'll be using this next function. I hope everybody knows this. In Python, we have already discussed. And here I will write for item in items. Okay. If item of ID is double equal to item underscore ID. Okay. So I'm saying that, hey, if this particular item ID matches with the item ID that I'm actually giving, right? So this comparison we are specifically doing. We are going to take that particular item, and just by using my next keyword, I will be able to get that particular item over here, right? So here I will also go ahead and write my none keyword, because here in next you will also be able to find it as a none keyword, right? But this exactly becomes an iterable, right? Or I can also say iterable itself, right? And obviously to go and select the elements over here, we can use this particular next method. Okay. So I'm doing that, and then I'll go ahead and write if item is none, right? If I do not get any item, I will just go ahead and return my JSONify, and here I'm going to basically say, hey, I have got an error. Error is that the item is not found. So whatever things you are basically trying to find out, it is not found in short, right? So here I will just go ahead and write item not found. Okay, so this basically becomes my JSON. Then if everything works fine, then I'm just going to return this JSONify with respect to items. Okay, so this basically becomes my sorry, it should be item. Okay, so this basically returns my entire item over here if I get it, and I'm just doing get by a specific item ID. Item ID basically means task ID, right, in my to-do list. So this basically becomes my get request. Now in post request, we will go ahead and create a new task. Okay, now again, in order to create a new task, we will be using post method, and for that I will be writing app.route. And here I'm just going to use my another route, which is called as items. Okay. So here you can see slash items is also there, and we are also writing slash items. But here I'm just going to go ahead and add my another methods, which is called as post. Okay. So let me just go ahead and add this particular post method. Here it was get, here it was post. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and write my definition, which is called as create item. Now with respect to this particular create item, what I'm actually going to write is that if not request dot JSON. So I'm just going to trying to see that if my request is not of JSON format, or not of or let's say if name is not there in my JSON, once I probably get that particular JSON in request.json. Okay, so I'm making this two comparison over here just to find out whether that JSON is present or not, or whether name variable is present in the JSON or not. Then again, I will go ahead and return this particular error. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, we will go ahead and add the new item. Now, in order to add the new item, again, I will go ahead and use this particular key and create my key value pairs. The first key is nothing but ID. That is how I basically add. From this, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take this entire items. Okay. Items, and from this particular items I will take the last element. Okay, and from that I will take the ID. Okay, so items is this one, and I am just going to increment by +1, where I'm going to update the ID. Okay, and here I'll also go ahead and write a condition if items is present, else it will be 1. Okay, else it will be 1. So here what I've actually done, see, ID I need to increment in whenever I'm adding a new item. So I'll take the last item ID, I'll do +1 if the item is present. Otherwise we'll just keep it as 1. Okay, so here we have done this particular update. Okay, Now inside this, the next thing will be name. Now I will just go ahead and retrieve the name. For that, I will be using request.json, because if we are sending in the post, I will try to show you, we will be sending like a post request, and in that post request, we will also be sending a body, a JSON body. And here inside this JSON body, it will be in something format called as name. Just to give you an example how the JSON body will look like, okay, during the post, I'm just going to create a JSON over here, sample JSON. Okay, so let me just go ahead and write over here, and here I'm just going to write sample.json. Okay, now with respect to this sample.json, this will be one example. See, I will give my body in this format. Name is equal to new item and description is new item. So this format will be my JSON when I'm actually doing a post. So if I go ahead and write request.json of name, that basically means I'm retrieving this particular item. Okay, and that is how I will be able to retrieve it over here, right? Request.json of name. Okay. So I hope you are able to understand till here, right? Now I'll just go ahead and write comma. Okay. So our name is equal to request.json, and here I've actually used my name. Then the next information will be specifically description. Now again, for the description, what I will do, okay, let me just go ahead and write comma over here so that it will continue. And again, I'll go ahead and write request.json, and inside this JSON, we are probably going to get the description. Okay. Here I will just go ahead and write my description. Perfect. Okay. So these are my new items. Now this new items, I need to append it in my items, which is my list. So I'll go ahead and append it and say new item. Okay. And finally, return JSONify. Okay. And I'm going to just add this particular or take this particular new item and say, hey, I have probably added this item. Okay. Something like this, return JSONify new item as soon as we specifically add this. Okay. So this looks perfectly fine. So this is just going to show you that which item has been added. Okay. So till here, I think everything is good with respect to post also. Now comes, and let's go ahead and discuss our other verb, which is called as put. Now in case of put, we update an existing item. Okay. And here I'm going to basically go ahead and write app.route. And here you will be able to see that I will just go ahead and add items. Okay. Now the difference between post and put is that in post, in this particular application, we are creating an item. We are creating a task. In put, with the help of put, we update a task. Okay, we update a task or we update an existing item. That is the basic difference between post and put. Okay. Now again, in order to show you here, what I will be doing is that I will just go ahead and write my items, and here I'm just going to give my variable rule. Let's go and give my variable rule. So here you will be able to see, I will just go ahead and give this, and I'll say, hey, int item underscore ID. Okay. So I'm giving this item underscore ID. The methods will be nothing but put. Okay. I'm going to use the put. Now here I'm just going to write update underscore item. And finally, we are just going to go ahead and write my item underscore ID. Okay. Now over here, you'll be able to see that again, with the help of this particular item ID, I will go ahead and retrieve my item, right? Retrieve the item from this particular item, right? So here you can see from this items, we are retrieving this and we get this particular item. I'll go ahead and say if the item is none, if I do not get that specific item, then we go ahead and return this particular JSONify error. Okay. If I'm not passing any JSON, okay. If I'm not passing any JSON, then or let's go ahead and do one thing. Okay. Now, once I get that particular item over there, okay. So what I will be doing, I will be saying, hey, get this particular item name, item of name, and I'll go and use request.get JSON.get name of item of name. Okay. So here with respect to put also, I need to make sure that I need to give a post request. And for that, the post request will be something like this in the case of put. Okay. So here I'll just go ahead and probably give you this information. So here you can see name, updated item, description, this item has been updated. Okay. So here you'll be able to see that I'll be giving, first of all, see, this is exploring, giving the item ID along with the item ID, I need to give this particular body, okay, in my JSON. Now, with respect to that particular item ID, we'll do the match and we'll retrieve the item. And then what we'll do, we'll take that item name, and from this JSON name, we are just going to update that. See, we are going to get this particular name from this item of name, okay, and we are just going to update it, okay. So here, in short, we are updating this particular value with this, okay. So that is what we are basically doing over here, okay. Now, secondly, the same thing we will try to do is nothing but we will go ahead and get the description, okay. So here also you can see request.json.get of description, and then we are taking this item of description, okay, and we are completely replacing the description with the new updated one, okay. And finally, we are just going to return the JSONify item, okay. So we are going to return that. So in short, what we have actually done is that very simple. Whenever I go ahead and write in the route like /item/1, then based on this one item ID, it is going to compare and it is going to retrieve the item from this particular list, okay. Once we get that particular item ID, okay, then what we are going to do, I'm just going to write item of name, that same item of name. Then we are going to get the name value from the request.json, and then we are going to replace that with that particular value in this item of name. Similarly, with respect to the description, and finally we are returning the JSONify item, okay. There is one more request which is specifically called as one more HTTP verb which is called as delete. Now let's check out delete. In this case, whatever item ID I give, I have to delete it, okay. So here you can see I've created that global items over here. I'm retrieving that particular item. And I'm saying, hey, for item in items, if item of ID is not equal to item ID, I will be returning that specific item. And finally, you can see that we are also removing that. Okay, just by using this particular condition, you will be able to remove that specific item from this particular item list. Just go and check out each and every code. So this will, I know this will be a little bit of confusion, but if you go ahead and debug each and everything, you'll be able to understand it. Okay. So here what we have done is that for item in items, if item of ID is not equal to item of ID, okay, we are going to retrieve that particular item and we are just going to put in the items list, right? So wherever the item ID will not be matching, only all those records will be over here. And finally, we are basically updating our entire items. Okay. And finally, we go ahead and print the JSONify result as item deleted. Now, in order to execute this, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see. So here I'm just going to open this Python API.py. Okay. Items method is equal to post. Let's see where is the error. This is the error over here, line 33. /items post method is equal to post. So this should be comma. Okay. Method is equal to post. Perfect. Now I'll just go ahead and execute it. Okay. So this is executing fine. So here you can see I have gone to my sample list over here, right? Now let's go ahead and observe each and everything. First of all, to do a get request, right? To do a get request, I will just go ahead and write /items. So let me just go over here and write /items. Once I write /items, you'll be able to see that I'm able to see the two items that are available in my list, right? So this is my item 1 and this is my item 2. This is perfect. We are working. This is working absolutely fine. Okay. Now, what we are basically going to do after this is that we are going to check with respect to any item ID. Let's say that I want to go ahead and check with respect to item ID 1. So I will be able to get this particular information. So this is also working absolutely fine. Now you'll be able to understand with respect to post. Okay. Post basically means we will be able to add we'll be able to create a task. We'll be able to add an item inside this or add a to-do list inside this. So I will be using /items. So this will basically be my /items. So for this, I am going to open my postman. Okay. Now inside my postman, I will go ahead and give my /API or /items. Okay. Now inside this item, so this is what I have to hit, right? /items, and it should be a post request. Now, if you don't know about Postman, this will actually help you to check an API. So this in short is an API, right? API, right? So /items is an API and it is a post request. It is waiting for something to be sent, right? And here is what we are going to send because we need to create a new task API. Okay. And for that, I have selected this body, right? So this will be in the form of JSON. So let's go ahead and update this. So here I'm going to go ahead and do this and select post because this is a post request. Then I will go to the body request. Then I will click on raw and I'll convert this into JSON. In the JSON, I'll copy and paste this, and let's go ahead and write this name. Let's say I want to go ahead and item 3, and I'll say this is a new item 3. Okay. Now see, this is the body that I'm passing. This is the URL that I'm hitting along with the post. As soon as I click on send, here you'll be able to see that this item has got now added. Now, in order to check whether the item is working fine or not, I will just go ahead and write get request. Okay. Get request over here. And I'll say, hey, slash items. So if I go ahead and send it, so here you'll be able to see all the 3 items are added, right? So the get request also, you can actually call it directly over here, or you can also use browser. So if I go ahead and write slash items, it will return me all the description. You can also call this directly from the Postman with the help of get. If you want the third element, just write item /3, you'll be able to get it, right? So similarly in the Postman also, you can do this. Here, if I go ahead and write item /3, I'll be able to see this entire information. If I go ahead and write item /2, I'll be able to go ahead. Item /1, I'll be able to get this element. Items, here you'll be able to get this particular element. Okay. Now we will go ahead and see some of the put requests. So here you also have put and delete. So we'll also try to see that. Okay. Now with respect to put, you'll be able to see over here is that put is specifically to update an existing item. So here, if I go ahead and say, hey, items with int item ID. Okay. So I'll go back to my Postman. I'll say, hey, item with int item ID, let's say 1, and this should be a post request. And here I will go to raw and I'll give my new information over here, right? Say, let's say the new information is that for the ID 1, right now, this is item 1. Okay. So for this, what I will say, hey, new item 1 or updated item 1, I'll write like this, updated item 1. Okay. Item 1. And I'll just go and say, hey, this is the new updated item 1. Okay. I'm just trying to change that particular name and description for item 1. So here you will go ahead and see that I'll go ahead and click on send. And here it says that method not allowed. The reason is very simple, because I need to go ahead and select put. Okay. Now, if I go ahead and send it, so here you can see description, and this is the updated item. Now, if you go ahead and probably just go ahead and write HTTP. Okay. And I'll use this. I'll say, hey, get all the items. It will be a get request. So here you can see my description 1 has got updated, right? For item 1. This is the new updated item 1 and all. So this is how you can basically do a put request. Okay. Whatever updated information that you're giving with respect to any element. Okay. Now let's say if I want to remove this also, I want to remove the item 1, then I will specifically be using this delete an item. Okay. So for delete an item, what I will do, I will just go ahead and write like this 127. I will go ahead and say, hey, items. Okay. And this will be a delete one. And let's say I want to delete the first item. I'll click on send. The item is deleted. Now, if I go ahead and again see all the get, so you'll be able to see over here, I just have item 2 and 3. So this in short, I've actually shown you the entire working with respect to all these things that I've actually told, how to work with an API, with Postman, put and delete HTTP verbs, everything has been discussed. So I hope you like this particular video. This was it from my side. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.